I'm Gina Duar, editor-in-chief and co-founder of La Revista Binacional, and we have the honor today of being here with David Alvarez, our assembly member, and we are very proud and honored to be here with you. You have an amazing trajectory in your politician career. So can you please share a little bit of your background?
My trajectory has been really of the American dream, of opportunity, of working hard, the things that really I think is what America is about. I never studied politics. My degree's in psychology. After I got my degree in psychology and I was working in social work, I applied to a program in Sacramento called the Capital Fellows Program. And it's a program where they select people from throughout California to go to Sacramento and learn about government and how government works. So I had never been involved in government. I've been involved in my community, doing cleanups, and I got my church very involved, but never really was political. And that was really eye-opening for me. And without that experience, it was, again, like an internship. I would not be here today because I learned that through government, you can make a positive impact in people's life.
What bills have you endorsed lately that are going to have an impact on our community?
And, one of the things that never thought I'd be doing. My parents, again, were immigrants. They never owned a home. They never had an education. And here I am writing laws for 40 million people in the state of California. Just yesterday, the governor signed 2 of my bills focused around housing. We talk about housing and how expensive it's become. I'm raising 2 kids. Where are they going to live when they grow up if they want to stay in San Diego? And that's the same story that I hear from a lot of families and parents. It's like my kids aren't going to have an opportunity to actually live in the town where they grew up in. So housing has become a top priority. Again, 2 bills just yesterday signed by the governor to make sure one was on affordable housing and make sure we keep more affordability and all of that. And the other was on making sure that every city in California plays their part in building housing.
How are you planning to create more funding for education in our local communities?
So I'm really proud that I serve as the chair of the budget committee for education in California. And I really wanted to focus on that because, again, I believe that education is critical to anybody really having an opportunity. If a kid like me can do it, I was an English learner. We were very, very poor. From a community that, less than 1% of kids go on to college. If it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. And so we have to continue to believe and invest in that way. So that's what we've done as chair of that committee and the budget on education. I have made sure that we continue to fund education. And so we'll continue to do that. And then on the higher education, which is our public universities and our colleges, doing the same and setting aside more funding because we made major cuts in the last 15 years. And we're trying to rebuild that so that student fees and tuition doesn't go up, so that we have more housing on campus so that kids can actually live in housing that's more affordable as opposed to housing that's expensive around. And then also for our community college students is offering them more opportunities through more financial aid because we have more community college students than students in our universities. I did not really understand that before I had this position. And those are the places, the community colleges are where students are coming back to learn a new skill. Or, they were not a traditional student. They didn't go from high school to college. Maybe life got in the way. They had a family. They had to go work to support their family. And now they're realizing an education is worth it. And so our community college system is like the backbone of the future workforce. And so that is where my focus has been on increasing the funding so that it's more affordable for our students to go.
I want to congratulate the community colleges here especially San Diego. Both my kids started in community college, and then one of them entered UCLA and graduated political science.
Congrats.
And then my son is currently in UC Berkeley, so they got to the best schools through community college. So it's a hack.
Yeah.
You can go 2 years to community college, and then
it's so affordable, right?
It's affordable. Your kids leave your home older. They don't
a little more mature.
Like at 18, they're like 20-ish.
Yeah.
So that was a blessing as a mom. I think
Right.
I'm a personal testimony of this. So congratulations.
Not only now can you go after high school to college to get those credits to then transfer. We have now dual enrollment, so you can actually take college classes in high school. And this is happening in high schools all over. We made that available, and you can graduate high school with a year. I know of cases personally. I have an intern actually who graduated with 2 years of community college. So when they go to college, they only have to do 2 years.
2 years, that's great.
That saves a lot of time, a lot of money.
Tell us a little bit more about your select committee on binational affairs.
The select committee for California-Mexico affairs is really about how does California and Mexico, how do we integrate more? because we are, as you said, a region. We have 170,000 people who cross the border every single day. As an example, I had a bill last year that was signed by the governor, and it's now law, and we have students now that are benefiting from this bill, where we know that some of our students who are crossing every single day live on the other side of the border. If they wanted to attend college here, they were going to be charged as foreign students. And so I was able to get a bill passed and signed by the governor where we're going to treat students who live in the border region as if they were Californians, because they really kind of are, right? They're part of our workforce, they're integrated into our economy. So those are the things that the committee is going to tries to look at it. Like, what kinds of things can we do to integrate better? How does our economy work better? Because Mexico is California's #1 trading partner.
Yeah.
That means jobs for all of California, not just San Diego, but all of California. But we are one fabric together, and how do we make sure that border crossings are more efficient so that people can come and go more efficiently? So those are the types of things that we want to look at from a state perspective, and how can the state help? We know it's a federal issue. We know the U.S. government has to be a partner in that, but California has a big voice. We have a lot of people who can help influence that.
What can we expect from David Alvarez in the future?
I'm going to continue to be focused on trying to make it easier to build housing. We have a huge crisis. We've got to build 3 million homes by the year 2030. Education, and then more specifically for the South Bay, a university for the South Bay. It's something that's been talked about for like 30 years. I would like to acknowledge former mayors who have worked on this. Mayor Mary Salas worked on this for a long time. Mayor Cheryl Cox, Mayor Steve Padilla, who's now a senator as well. They've been really working hard, and they've really helped us be prepared for the next phase. We have land available, and now we've got to bring the resources to build. The best investment government always makes is in education. Institutions of higher learning are always a good investment, and so that is going to be my priority over the next several years. Every year we have to make progress, and we are making progress, but we will not be successful until we have buildings up on that site.
You have your hands full with a lot of projects, and we're so happy that it's all related to helping the community. Any final thoughts, and also where the community can reach you?
Also, we have community coffees that we're starting also. We have annual recognition of students and giving scholarships. We have turkey giveaways. We're going to have a holiday posada in the office so people can feel comfortable and come and just learn about what we do. So I try to be we send text messages to people and talking to them about what's happening in their community and inviting them to things. So we try every method, and I appreciate you also allowing us to use this method to remind people that public service is to serve you.
Well, congratulations on everything you're doing, and I also want to point out that you have an amazing team. They were great with us, receiving us today, and we've been planning this interview for a few days now. So you have a great team.
Thank you, and they're all here to help everybody.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.